Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News. Fans, the sun was setting over the California coastline, painting the sky in hues of gold and magenta when Mel Owens and Peg Munson stepped onto the terrace of the luxurious beachfront villa. The atmosphere was electric. Fans across the nation were glued to their screens, waiting for a reveal that no one saw coming. Rumors had been swirling for weeks. Who would be the next Golden Bachelorette? And tonight, Mel and Peg were about to drop the ultimate bombshell. Mel, ever the charming bachelor with a twinkle in his eye, held a small velvet box in his hands. Peg, radiant and mischievous, leaned in close, whispering, "Are you ready to blow their minds?" Mel grinned. "Absolutely! Let's do this." The camera zoomed in as the duo stepped forward, the ocean waves crashing dramatically behind them. After weeks of heartbreak, laughter, and unforgettable moments, Peg began, her voice dripping with suspense. "We've decided it's time to pass the torch." Mel's hands trembled slightly as he opened the box. Not a rose, not a note, but a golden key sparkling under the sunset. This key unlocks the next chapter of the Golden Bachelor journey, because we're not waiting for the next season to start. We're choosing her ourselves. Gasps echoed through the live studio audience. Fans online exploded. Social media platforms lit up with hashtags like Golden Bachelorette Shock and hashtag Mel and Peg Pick. Who could it be? Peg continued, "We've handpicked someone we know will steal your hearts. Someone whose journey is just as inspiring and vibrant as ours. Someone ready to embrace love, laughter, and a little bit of chaos." Mel nodded, smiling wider than ever. "Ladies and gentlemen, meet the next Golden Bachelorette." The cameras cut to a stunning woman stepping forward, her expression a mix of excitement and nerves. She waved, her eyes sparkling, as the crowd erupted into cheers. For months, fans had speculated, debated, and even made wild guesses, but no one could have predicted this choice. Backstage, the reactions were priceless. Contestants from previous seasons were whispering, some grinning, some shaking their heads. Peg leaned over to Mel, whispering, "They're going to lose it." Mel chuckled, "I think we already have." As the new Golden Bachelorette embraced her destiny, Mel turned to Peg. "I think we did something unforgettable tonight." Peg smirked. "Unforgettable? Try history-making." The night ended with fireworks over the ocean, a golden glow reflecting the excitement in fans' hearts. Social media feeds were flooded with memes, reactions, and a single universal sentiment. They had never seen a Golden Bachelor move like this. By the next morning, everyone was talking. TV hosts debated the implications, podcast hosts analyzed every detail, and the fans? They were still recovering from the shock. But one thing was certain. Mel Owens and Peg Munson had not just handpicked a bachelorette, they had set the stage for the most talked-about season in Golden Bachelor history. And somewhere in the distance, the waves whispered a promise. Love, adventure, and a little bit of drama were about to take the spotlight bathed the Malibu coastline in a surreal glow, waves crashing like the heartbeat of a nation watching. Inside the luxurious cliffside villa, Mel Owens paced nervously while Peg Munson sat on the edge of the terrace, fingers tapping in anticipation. The fans didn't know it yet, but history was about to be made. "This is insane," Mel muttered, holding a small golden envelope in his hands. Peg leaned in, eyes sparkling. "Insane is exactly what they'll call it. Are you ready to break the internet?" They stepped outside, cameras rolling, drones hovering overhead. The crowd of fans online was already exploding. Hashtags trending before the reveal. Hashtag Golden Bachelorette Shock. Hashtag Mel and Peg Pick. Hashtag Golden Bachelor Madness. Comments streamed in. "OMG, what are they doing? No way Mel is doing this himself. Peg better not be trolling us." Peg's voice sliced through the tension like a perfectly timed drum roll. "For months, you've watched heartbreaks, tearful goodbyes, and sparks fly. But tonight, we're taking control. We're not waiting for a rose ceremony. We're picking her ourselves." The envelope opened and a golden key shimmered in Mel's palm. Fans online were losing it. Memes exploded faster than wildfire. Twitter users debated, is it a clue? Is it symbolic? Instagram Reels looped Mel holding the key. TikTok users were already acting out their shock reactions, some fainting dramatically, others crying in delight. Mel took a deep breath. Ladies and gentlemen, the next Golden Bachelorette is someone we know will light up this journey with courage, charm, and a heart full of love. The cameras cut to a breathtaking woman stepping forward. Every head turned, every jaw dropped. She smiled nervously, waving to fans who were already typing furiously. She's perfect! I literally can't breathe. Peg and Mel just broke the rules, and I am here for it. Backstage, former contestants whispered, shocked. Some laughed, some cried. Social media feeds exploded with fan theories. Would she find love? Could she survive the drama? Everyone had questions and no one had answers. Peg elbowed Mel with a mischievous grin. Do you realize what we've done? Mel laughed, a little nervous, a lot proud. We've broken the internet, again. The night ended in fireworks over the ocean, golden sparks reflecting in the sea and on the ecstatic faces of fans. Social media was flooded. GIFs of the key, reaction videos, countdowns for the next episode. Even morning news headlines couldn't keep up. Golden Bachelor shocker, Mel and Peg choose the next star. And somewhere in all the chaos, one thing became crystal clear. Mel Owens and Peg Munson hadn't just handpicked a bachelorette. They had rewritten the rules, set the stage for a season nobody could predict, and reminded everyone why they were the ultimate power duo of romance reality TV. By sunrise, fan pages were already forming, reaction compilations were trending, and every comment section was ablaze with one question. Who is she really, and what will she do next? The Golden Bachelor franchise had just been redefined, and the fans, they wouldn't recover anytime soon.
Screaming drama as Mel Owens and Peg Munson stepped onto the terrace of the cliffside villa. Behind them, the waves thundered like a drum roll, perfectly timed for the biggest bombshell in Golden Bachelor history. This is going to break the internet, Peg whispered, brushing her hair behind her ear, a mischievous grin spreading across her face. Mel held the golden envelope tightly, his knuckles white with excitement. Ready? He asked. Born ready, she replied. Within seconds, fans across the world were glued to their screens. Twitter was already trending. Hashtag Golden Bachelorette shock. Hashtag Mel and Peg pick. Hashtag Golden Bachelor chaos. TikTokers were doing dramatic fainting challenges. Instagram stories were blowing up with screaming emojis. Reality TV had never felt this alive. Peg's voice rang out, dripping with suspense. For too long, you've waited for the roses. For too long, you've speculated, you've theorized. But tonight, we're making history. We're choosing the next Golden Bachelorette ourselves. Mel opened the envelope and revealed a sparkling golden key. Gasps echoed across screens everywhere. Fans screamed, cried, and dropped phones. Memes went viral instantly. Mel with the key, literal key to our hearts. Peg's smirk says it all. Is this a love plot twist or a Hollywood movie? And the next Golden Bachelorette is... Mel paused, letting the tension choke the audience like a soap opera cliffhanger. The camera cut to the new star stepping forward, a radiant woman whose smile could melt steel and whose eyes seemed to know every secret of love and drama. The fans erupted online. Tweets poured in. OMG, she's perfect. I'm crying. I don't even know her and I'm crying. Mel and Peg just shattered all reality TV rules and I live. Instagram exploded with reaction videos. TikTokers reenacted her walk with slow-mo captions and dramatic music. Backstage, former contestants whispered wide-eyed. Peg nudged Mel. Do you realize this is chaos? Mel laughed, his nerves and excitement perfectly intertwined. We didn't create chaos. We created history. The villa terrace was lit with fireworks, reflecting golden sparks in the ocean. Fans were still typing furiously, posting theories, memes, and fan art. She's going to steal this show. Wait, who even is she? I'm buying a ticket to California just to watch this in person. By the next morning, headlines screamed, "Golden Bachelor shocker! Mel and Peg choose next Bachelorette. Fans can't handle it." Social media was flooded with fan accounts, reaction compilations, and debates about what this pick meant for the future of love, drama, and reality TV. And somewhere in the distance, the waves whispered a secret. The Golden Bachelor legacy wasn't just alive, it had just been turbocharged. Love, laughter, chaos, and pure spectacle were about to dominate screens worldwide. The fans weren't just watching, they were losing their minds.
The Bachelor mansion was buzzing with more energy than ever before. Cameras flashed, champagne corks popped, and fans from across the country were glued to their screens. But tonight wasn't about roses. It was about a bombshell decision that would shake the franchise to its glittering core. Mel Owens, the charming, silver-haired heartthrob who had captured America's attention with his charisma and warmth, wasn't just ready to pass the torch. He was ready to choose the next leading lady of love. And he wasn't doing it alone. By his side stood Peg Munson, the beloved matchmaker extraordinaire who had guided him and the audience through the twists and turns of romance. The announcement came in the grand ballroom, glittering under chandeliers that reflected every eye in the room. Peg stepped forward first, microphone in hand, her iconic grin spreading like wildfire. Fans, hold on to your seats. What you're about to hear might just break the internet. Mel took a deep breath, his smile both nervous and mischievous. After weeks of thought, countless dates, and some very serious heart-to-hearts, he paused, glancing at Peg, who gave him an encouraging nod. "Peg and I have handpicked the next Golden Bachelorette." A gasp swept through the audience like a wave. Phones lifted, tweets were typed faster than ever. Who could it be? Peg leaned closer to the mic. This isn't just any pick. This is someone who embodies grace, confidence, and the courage to love openly at any age. She's ready for her moment, and America, she's ready too. Mel's eyes sparkled as he finally revealed the name. Your next Golden Bachelorette is Cassandra Hartley. The crowd erupted. Some screamed in delight, some spilled their drinks in shock. Cassandra, sitting in the front row with her jaw practically on the floor, could barely believe it. She had been a fan favorite, yes, but no one had expected Mel and Peg themselves to choose her. The cameras caught every reaction, her hands trembling, tears forming, friends hugging her. Backstage, Peg whispered to Mel, "I think we just broke the internet." Mel chuckled, shaking his head, or at least the reality TV universe. Social media didn't waste a second. Hashtags like Golden Bachelorette Shock and Mel and Peg Knows Best started trending within minutes. Fans speculated endlessly. Would Cassandra bring a fresh, bold energy to the show? Could she handle the whirlwind of attention? And most importantly, who would she choose? Meanwhile, Cassandra was trying to compose herself for the first on-camera interview. I'm just so honored. I never imagined this, honestly. Mel and Peg are incredible mentors, and if they believe I can handle this, well, I'll do my best to make them proud and, of course, find love along the way. Back in the mansion, Mel watched her with a sense of pride. He knew the show was in good hands. Peg, ever the strategist, gave him a knowing look. This is going to be iconic. As the night unfolded, fans speculated wildly online. Memes flooded Twitter, Instagram stories blew up, even late-night talk shows couldn't resist poking fun at the sheer audacity of the choice. Some called it a masterstroke, others a shocking gamble. But one thing was certain. Golden Bachelor history had been made. By the end of the night, Cassandra had addressed the audience again, her smile radiant and confident. To all the fans, thank you. This journey isn't just about finding love, it's about embracing it no matter where you are in life, and I promise I'm ready for this adventure. Mel and Peg shared a quiet toast in the background, champagne glasses clinking. The cameras caught the moment, capturing the sparkle of triumph and perhaps a little hint of mischief. Because in the world of the Golden Bachelor, one shocking announcement is never the end. The screen faded to black, leaving fans buzzing, debating, and most importantly, desperate for the next episode. And as the hashtags trended worldwide, one thing was clear. Golden Bachelor just handed the franchise its most jaw-dropping
Golden
twist
Bachelor
yet.
mansion had never been so electric. Reporters jostled for position, social media buzzed like a live wire, and fans across the globe were glued to their screens. But tonight, this wasn't about roses, dates, or tearful goodbyes. It was about a game-changing, jaw-dropping revelation. Mel Owens, the dashing, silver-haired charmer who captured hearts nationwide, wasn't just ending one chapter of love. He was passing the torch in the most shocking way imaginable. And he wasn't alone. By his side stood Peg Munson, the matchmaking legend whose guidance had steered countless hearts and whose intuition was now about to change the course of the entire franchise. The grand ballroom glittered under a sea of chandeliers. Every camera lens pointed, every eye fixed. Peg stepped to the microphone, her signature grin practically lighting up the room. "America," she began, pausing for dramatic effect. "What you're about to hear may just break the internet." A hush fell over the crowd. Mel's blue eyes sparkled, his usual calm confidence tinged with anticipation. After countless dates, deep conversations, and some very serious soul-searching, he turned to Peg, who gave him a conspiratorial nod. "Peg and I have handpicked the next Golden Bachelorette." The room erupted into whispers, gasps, and clattering cameras. Twitter notifications exploded. Instagram stories went viral in seconds. Fans screamed in unison, some in shock, some in ecstatic celebration. Backstage, Peg whispered to Mel, "I think we just broke the internet." Mel laughed softly, or at least the reality TV universe. Within minutes, hashtags like Golden Bachelorette Shock, Mel and Peg knows best, and Cassandra takes the torch dominated social media. Fans couldn't stop speculating. Would Cassandra bring fresh energy to the show? Could she handle the whirlwind of fame, drama, and romance? Who would catch her eye first? Cassandra's first on-camera interview captured the raw, unfiltered emotion of the moment. I can't believe this," she stammered, tears glistening. "Mel and Peg believed in me. I don't take that lightly. I'll do my best to make this journey unforgettable, and maybe, just maybe, find love along the way." Meanwhile, Mel and Peg observed from the sidelines, a mixture of pride and mischief in their eyes. Peg leaned in and murmured, "This is going to be epic." Fans online exploded with reactions. Memes flooded Twitter within minutes, from Cassandra's stunned face to Mel's playful smirk. Each image became a viral moment. Late-night hosts couldn't resist joking about the audacity of the decision. Comment sections were ablaze with theories, predictions, and outright fan chaos. But the most shocking twist, Cassandra wasn't the only surprise waiting in the wings. Rumors began circulating about a mysterious former contestant making a secret appearance in the premiere, a twist Peg hinted at with a sly smile. Fans screamed, theorized, and practically broke the internet trying to guess who it could be. As the night wound down, Cassandra addressed the audience again, her smile radiant. To everyone watching at home, this is about more than roses. It's about embracing love, courage, and the unexpected. And I promise, I'm ready for the adventure of a lifetime. Mel raised his champagne glass to Peg, clinking lightly in quiet triumph. The cameras captured every sparkle, every glint of anticipation. One thing was certain. Golden Bachelor history had been rewritten in the most dramatic fashion imaginable. The screen faded to black, but fans weren't done. Hashtags were still trending, memes were still being shared, theories were multiplying. And in living rooms across America, hearts raced, breaths were held, and the question on everyone's lips was clear. Can Cassandra handle the pressure? Who will win her heart? And what other shocking twists are coming this season? The Golden Bachelor franchise had just delivered its most scandalous, sensational, and thrilling moment yet, and the world would never look at reality romance the same way again.